It's night and day.
We're freezing to death, aren't we? This is as fast as I can go.
Yeah, she might be reaching her limit.
Yeah. Something just look at that. My goodness. No. Persevere, Violet. Persevere. You didn't make it all this way for nothing. You have each other. Huddle up. No. Oh my goodness. Don't do this to me. What?
Game over.
Is the limit reached? What? Oh. I'm still alive, apparently. Unless this is like some weird heavenly place that I'm in. Turned into a superhero. Oh, take the controller. My friends. This is incredible. This is like Mount Olympus. Oh, thank you.
And Ezekiel's here too.
Yeah. Comes full circle. I knew I could always trust you. I missed you.
Paper friends!
Yes. Victory, thy name is Paper Friend.
You've been granted the power! Now you can soar.
Yes. Man, look at that scarf. It's probably the worst way to describe this as a scarf, but I'm just gonna continue on with that.
I think there are far, far worse ways to describe that. Like elephant.
Yeah.
Look at that long, red, flowing elephant.
Yeah. What happened to it? Why is it long, red, and flowing? Let's see, can I go through this? I can't. They'll just kill me. This is so much fun. My goodness. And just the scenery alone.
Good waterfall. We can use a shower after all that.
Oh yeah, after all that death.
Hardship and trudging through all these various environments, deserts and dark underground tunnels and freaking steep ice-capped mountains.
Yeah, how's there water here? Everything should be frozen at this point, I would imagine. Unless we have the warmth of our elders, whoever those people were. I'm guessing they were elders. Just from their white robes and how large they are. Man, what's all this Please tell me where this is the top of the mountain. I don't know what's happening, but it's like really motivating. It's flying.
Time for some epic music.
Oh yeah. Man. The score on the game. It's like no game I've ever played before. I'm sure I missed like a billion things just being excited on my way here. My goodness. What is happening? Where's Ezekiel going? There we go. Okay. I feel like something bad's about to happen. It's been too beautiful for too long. Do this together. We died together, so we live together. How can you jump? I can't jump. I don't have enough power. Okay, now I can. There we go.
Problem solved.
Yeah, we power each other. The fact that they talk back to each other is incredible.
There it is. What awaits you?
This is a whole new world. A whole new world. I can't tell which one's me anymore. Okay, there we go. This is directly behind me. Stop this. Why would you make me go first in case like I die? At least you have a way back.
That would be a pretty smart reason if
Yeah.
that's what Ezekiel's doing. I don't know that that's Ezekiel anymore.
Yeah, this could be like Ezekiel 2.0.
Well, after that brief pause, when Ezekiel came back, the scarf was longer, so I don't think that was Ezekiel.
Yeah, but then I also got my scarf back. And then we both lost our scarves again. So I don't know. Same thing happened to him that happened to me. And I'm walking towards the light, even though they say never do that. Maybe I was hallucinating from my hypothermia, and this is me dying. So I just played my own death. That's really it's really terrifying.
Interesting design decision, if that's what the game developers were actually going for.
That'd be pretty cool. A pretty cool idea. What if I stopped walking? If like I can just stay in the screen forever. Okay, it's all white now. Nothing's happening.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be all white.
Oh, there we go. That was me hallucinating, or something along those lines. Oh, I thought those were tombstones just now. It's like, oh wow. So I just died. Oh. Is that it? Apparently so.
that is the game of Journey.
Wow, that was incredible. Chris Bell, Genova, Nicholas, and John. You know what you're doing. Whoever else. Yeah, this was an incredible game. I'd say one of my more favorite games, actually. And I'm so gonna listen to the soundtrack. When I get home, this is gonna be my go-to.
I can see the shooting star going back through all the environments you went through.
Yeah, that's our old soul reliving what we accomplished.
Well, some people believe that the shooting star actually is you, and you're tasked with repeating the journey up the mountain eternally as a punishment for the arrogance of your white-robed ancestors. Other people think that the shooting star isn't you, but it is another red-robed person being born in order to take the journey for the first time. Then new journeys have to continually be taken in order to learn from the mistakes of the past civilization. Or, in a darker twist, some people believe you actually died before making it up the mountain, and new shooting stars with new journeys will keep occurring until someone survives the full trip up. There are definitely a lot of interesting theories about what happens at the end. The ending is the most ambiguous part of the story, really. A lot of the other elements that seem vague are actually explained through subtle hints along the way.
I don't know what those snake things are, though. I did want to kill one before this was over, but I guess that's not an option in a game like Journey.
This is a game that people point to when they used to have those debates of whether or not a video game can qualify as art.
Oh, I'd definitely say this is art. Definitely have a good reason to use this.
Yeah, I mean, I think almost any form of expression or media can be an art form,
Yeah.
or can be interpreted as an art form. But you know, there's always holdouts of people who aren't as familiar with whatever genre,
Like video game communities or something
Right.
like that. Yeah.
or if people all they knew of video games was old arcade games or classic original Nintendo games like the very first Mario, where everything's like yeah, like it's all just 8-bit sound effects and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've seen more, even still a long time ago, there were games that were more artistic or still told more sweeping stories. But for people who weren't as familiar with that, as soon as you show them this, it's like, yeah, okay. They can now appreciate very quickly and readily how the video game platform can be used for many more things than just that simple interface.
Oh yeah, this is I mean, I've never quite played a game like this before. I mean, this is a game that it invokes a lot of things. Like, you have like visual stimulation, you have obviously the audio, the soundtracks, and the sound effects, and then it grips you with a story that's really interesting and pulls you with it. So yeah, this gets you on a lot of different levels. Most video games that I've played personally, I haven't really got like that, but yeah, this definitely counts as one of my favorites. Oh, pretty.
So those were actually other players that you met. So
Yeah.
that list that it just showed you were other players who happened to cross paths with you while you were playing. The weird part was, like, the list was longer than what we actually saw.
Yeah.
So there were a couple times when I think there was like a white blob at the corner of your screen, so it might have been somebody was just in your zone but really far away.
Yeah, and I just didn't I didn't stop to let them join or go find them myself. But yeah,
Right.
they were still in the same world as I was.
Yeah, because if they were at the very, very bottom of the tower just entering and you were at the top, then it would be kind of strange to jump all the way down
Oh
to
yeah,
the bottom
and
of the
redo the
platform of the
entire
tile.
thing.
And the other case where it was Ezekiel, I think Ezekiel was there at the beginning, and then another guy joined definitely by the end because Ezekiel was just gone.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those guys were other players.
Ah. Okay.
So whenever you met one of them,
That's
then
cool.
they
just happened to be in the same realm as I was.
Yeah, you could tell some of them knew what they were doing, would go forward, and other people were playing probably for the first time, were confused, looking around, or didn't know exactly what to do. That's why some of them would talk back to you. And other ones wouldn't, because it was just other people interacting to you, trying to figure out what you were doing.
That is really awesome. I thought it was like an AI thing, that they were just happening along the way, that like maybe like a random element at some points someone would join.
Yeah, exactly.
That or not, but it just turns out it's just other players just hanging around with me in the same game.
Yeah, exactly. I saw you had that impression. I totally didn't want to spoil it, that it wasn't an AI, it's just to see like how far you would take it or what your reaction would be. Because it's fun actually learning that those are new. Yeah, when I played my playthrough, like I didn't know they were people either. I saw one guy just sit down, and I went and tried to sit down next to him, and then I think the guy logged off because he just the red robed guy just kind of dissolved and disappeared, and I was like, oh crap, what did I do? I must have done something so wrong.
I'm an animal. I killed this poor man.
That's why I didn't find some stuff, because in some cases another red robe guy appeared, and I was trying to chase that guy so that I wouldn't lose him. I wouldn't repeat the thing that made him dissolve. And so anyway, it's fun interacting with the people and then communicating with with chirps that the game actually allows you to communicate.
That is great.
With.
I love the fact that they responded back to my chirps, and we were having this conversation through chirps. It's great. Oh man.
Yeah, so if you go through all the visions, at first you're not sure if it's showing you if it's something that you have to do, or what you're supposed to do on the journey, because it shows the depictions of the robed guys who look like you.
Yeah.
But then the more you go, you see, oh, okay, that's the past. That's what happened. Yeah, so in the beginning they showed that the mountain was there, and it was the source of all energy, shot energy into the sky, and energy was in the form of the souls of all the different glyphs of each individual character that you see, and then all the souls, or the energy, or whatever you want to call it, was then the source of all life. It was the source of the animals, the birds in the sky, and the vegetation, the plants, and eventually it was also the source of the life of your ancestors, the white-robed people. This society, the white-robed society, your forebears, they had discovered the power of these souls or magic or whatever you want to call them, and then they built a society based off of it. They learned to control the paper with this magic, and then that later let them power cities, and they built a giant civilization based off of that. And then their society flourished, and as shown in the visions, when they power the city, it's similar to when the mountain first gives off the energy and the power and gives birth to the soul. So they're wielding that power, energy sources, on a level perhaps it's similar to the mountain itself, or to creation. And since the city power energy looks similar to the mountain energy, it's potentially foreshadowing that this is similar to an Icarus flew too close to the sun story. And then this continues for some time, and their cities and their civilization continues to flourish. Then it flourishes so much that then they begin to overtake the other forms of life around them. Like they start to build over the vegetation, and then they build cities that ascend to the skies and to the clouds. But then at some point, the civilization declined, the power resource became more scarce, they fought over it. They showed them like the part where they ripped the paper in half. The two white-robed people were just pulling at the paper, and it snapped in half.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then later they created the stone snake creatures.
Yeah, and then started wiping out a lot of the inhabitants of that society.
Yeah, eventually it looks like they had a civil war with warring factions. They fought each other with the stone snake creatures, and eventually they had the stone snake creatures repurposed with those searchlight eyes, where they could search specifically for the power or any traces of it, since it had become scarce. And that's probably why the stone snake creatures all throughout the game, as you see them, they're constantly on the lookout for you or cloth, and they try and capture any cloth things that they can find that have been imbued with the power. And then earlier in the game, or all throughout the game, you find trapped cloth pieces within the bodies or segments of the stone snake creatures. And eventually, after the Civil War ends, it pretty much wipes out their entire civilization. You can see it in the mural where most of them are dead, and then their civilization is in ruins, and time passes and covers up most of their cities with sand and dirt. And there's almost nothing left of the White Robe people except for ruins and tombstones. And after all that loss, all the souls returned back into the stars, back into the sky, and eventually, with the energy returned or the balance possibly restored, the souls are reconstituted or reborn into the new red-robed people, which is who you play at. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the game Journey. We hope you enjoyed it very much as we did.
Definitely, that was a great journey to be on. Haha, see what I did there. But yeah, it was awesome. Hope you enjoyed it, and let us know if you have a new game you'd like to see us play, or if you played Journey before and what your impressions were on it.
Yeah, it's a fun game to watch or play through. It's just got that really incredible sense, the emotion that builds as you continue to play it.
Oh yeah.
So, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you in the next game.
Yeah, see you next time.